Ay, green candle morning, I just woke up. Long day at the crypto market, they gon' go up. Green candle morning, I just woke up. Green candle morning, I just woke up. Ay, I woke up and the charts all green. You know what that mean? Everything green. Yeah. I woke up and the charts all green. You know what that mean? Everything green. Woke up this morning, check the portfolio. Cryptos were in the red, but now it's up though. It took a dip and I thought it was dead, but now we back up, everything green. The best money is the kind you don't gotta work for. Sipping on mint green, dressing in green velour. Woke up this morning, I ain't even got a yawn, cause I woke up, checked the charts, and I saw all green. Ay, I woke up and the charts all green. You know what that means? Everything green. Yeah. I woke up and the charts all green. You know what that means?
Good morning, boys. So I was hoping that audio actually worked. All right, that's special for our boy Hoods. Actually, man, that's cool as fuck. If you guys ever come up with a song for the show, hit me with it. I'll play it live. That was actually perfect, man. Well, good morning, guys. What is, dude? Whatever. Today, January 28th, Wednesday, I think. And a green morning, fucking we'll take it, man. We'll take it. Not much, but we'll take it. Oh, how we doing? BIRB is live. The Moonbird's long-awaited token launched on Solana. Everything. I mean, the deck kind of stacked against it. I think the deck like really stacked against it, and yet here we are with BIRB actually looking pretty spicy. Pretty damn spicy. I want to get right to it because that coin went live, what, an hour ago. By the way, audio okay? It kind of sounds funny to me. Hope we're good. I hope we're good. We'll get to some proper GMs too. We don't miss that. But the Moonbird's token officially live. I think we got to make sure to stay on top of this thing. BIRB live. I'm going to drop the CA in the chat. People can follow along. Tracking the chart if you want. But dude, everybody's kind of watching how this works, how it's going to go. It's a different era for NFTs. Token price is different. You know, we've got our new what class of project tokens like Vibester, you know, the strategy tokens, right? They are those setting the ceilings? Is that setting the ranges for us? Vibester gets to what, 10 mil? And so what's something like BIRB going to do from, you know, one of the, you know, old blue chip projects that had fallen from grace, was owned by Hudah Labs. You guys know the history. What's a token like that going to look like? Crazy enough, man. Crazy enough. It looks pretty damn good. So let me, before we even get to the chart, actually, fuck it. Let's show the chart. We'll get back to kind of the setup for it. Chart looks all right, man. Actually, chart looks pretty good. That said, I don't think claim has happened for token holders. I think this is live on exchanges now. So people are buying it. People are trading it, but I don't think token claim has gone live yet for Moonbird holders. And like, dude, safe to say there's a lot of FUD around the tokenomics. By the way, you guys want a DGen NFT play? Little off topic. I'll throw it your way if you guys want it. Not many holders. I mean, token just live. Also, I don't assume that that's accurate. I don't think that's accurate, but also it could be. It could be. It could be. Token live, did it actually go live 2-ish, 3-ish hours ago? Or, you know, whenever it went live, I don't think they dropped the CA yet, right? But that's the one. That's the one. All right, so there's where we're at now. What's up, Bold? Good morning. Actually, hang on. Let's do some GMs. You got that on the screen. You can get a feel for the token. Let's do some proper GMs. Moonship, good morning. We're back again, and what? And who knows? And, yep. Gravity, good morning. I had a good snuggle fest with my cat this morning, dude. Hoods, good morning. Again, I dig the song, man. Cats, GM. Did I say GM? No, I said, yeah. Good morning, buddy. Hope I didn't miss anybody here. Hoods, did you even hear the song? I hope he heard the song. What's up, Will? Hey, glad you made the early show, dude. I forget it's early for people. So, Bold, I'm with you though. I'm with you because honestly, because a couple reasons, but it does feel like we're about to kind of take off. I'm looking at hype, especially. I'm looking at those like those indicators, right? Those certain coins we look at, and yeah, I don't know that we're gonna get a big airdrop dump, and we'll show you why. Let's get to tokenomics. The tokenomics aren't really gonna allow that. We will get a dump for sure. What we've got to. But the tokenomics are actually, I think, pretty damn smart. And because the tokenomics are smart, like Moonbird holders don't like it. Go figure, right? But that's, dude, it's how it works. Tokenomics are not designed with the holder, Moonbird NFT holders, like in mind, at least like for the short term. It's not for them. And you know what I mean by that. Here we go. Let me drop this in the chat. So this came just yesterday. Crazy to get the tokenomics like literally like 12 hours before TGE. And that's what we get. That's what we get. Here's the breakdown. Boom. Let's zoom into it. Can we zoom in? Hang on. There we go. All right. In total, 65% of the token supply is going to the community. That breakdown's silly. That breakdown's kind of silly. Counting liquidity in the community breakdown is kind of weird. I think the chain incentives, anything other than what's going directly to the community, I think is kind of weird to lump in there. Kind of weird. Claim might be live then. If it's dipping now, I wonder if Claim's live. And that too bold. Yep. Community is getting 27% of the token supply, which is like, I mean, look, it's not bad. It's I think lower. It's on the lower end, but it's not bad. It's close enough to what, like, you know, it's close enough. We'll just say that it's close enough. I know, Cutie, you might want to tune out today, brother. It is a fucking bummer. I mean, the only peace of mind, there is no peace of mind, right? Our boy Cutie got his wallet and lost his Moonbird, so he's not, yeah. But like, look, the Moonbird holders aren't getting much token today. They're not getting much token at all. So there's the breakdown of the tokens, the supply. But like, the big story here is how you get the tokens. You're not just getting all those tokens right away. There you go, dude. Well, just, you know, yeah, we got your song in, man. You guys remember nesting for Moonbirds back in the day? And I didn't, you know, I was never a Moonbird, so I was never in it. I didn't do it. I think the idea was like you nested your Moonbird and you earned their, they had a currency. I'm trying to remember what it was called. They had a currency in like an off-chain point system thing. They're calling this nesting 2.0. It's staking. You stake your Moonbird, you stake your Mythic, you stake your oddities, and you get BIRB tokens given to you. This is the thing. Not all right away. Of course, you're staking when you know what's happening. You're getting your allocation over, man, not even a year, over 2 years. Over 2 years, you're going to get your tokens. And you can get right away why there's FUD around that. 2 years to get your tokens. Where you had somebody like Pudgy Penguins, airdropped all that. You had Pudgy Penguin holders getting like $30,000, $50,000 paydays, you know? And then you flip over to this and it's like, man, you're getting 1/24 of your allocation, you know, day one. Basically day one. Okay, so you stake your NFT, you get a so by the way, I like this a lot. I think this is great. I don't care if people are pissed because I think people are only happy if they're getting a big payday right now. Nobody's actually thinking about this and if it's like actually smart and if it's actually sustainable. That's not what people care about. We're also selfish and we just want a big old payday right now. And people aren't getting it right now. They're getting a little baby stimmy. That's it. There. That was the play. Moonship. That was it. Stake your NFT, get a soulbound token or NFT or whatever. And the 28th of every month for the next 2 years, you get a stimmy. I actually think that's kind of great. People pissed they're not getting it all up front. Okay, if you stake in the first 7 days of the month, it still counts that you were staked the entire month. Otherwise, right, it's like prorated for how long during the month you staked. I really, really dig it. I really dig it. Soulbound allocations fully unlocked at launch. So I don't know if that means, oh, Moonbirds had all these campaigns with Soulbound tokens, right? I think people who had that get their allocations right away. I think that's what they're saying. I think that's what they're saying, and they're just small stimmies. I bet they're like $10, $20, whatever. I think that's what that was for. But again, how the community reacted to it, who were hoping for that payday right away, man, right away. Boy, they didn't get it. All right. I'm just looking at, if you guys want to I mentioned it before. If you want a degen NFT play, I'm gonna show it only because I see the Kongs degening into it, and then I did before. So I don't want to shill my bags, but if people are looking for like a new NFT collection that's just total junk and want a degen, you tell me and I'll drop it. But it's only if people want. That's it. But let's look at Moonbird's prices, the NFT prices. This tells you what the community's reaction was. And there you see it. Moonbirds went from what? 1.7 something? 1.7 something. It's total junk. It's total junk. But it's 0.0005. So like I grabbed 10 of them for like $16, I think it was. Let's show it. Let's show it. This is not financial advice. These are ridiculous. But just know that at the very least, the Kongs, the Wall Street Kongs boys, are starting to go ham on this, and it's only an ETH in volume so far, but priced at that, like they're we'll see. We'll see. Do we have the next what was it, Zogs? Or do we have the next Del Mundos? I don't think quite that, but does it have some motion right now? Kind of might. It kind of might. That's it. If you're on OpenSea, you'd probably see it starting to trend. So that's it. But Moonbirds from 1.7 whatever, and we know way higher not too long ago, these fell to 1 ETH. I think they touched 1 ETH. And you get why, and actually think this is part of the clever thing for Moonbirds. If you buy a Moonbird today, normal airdrop, right? The airdrop happens right away. The floor dumps because, they're slop. They're slop. But the price dumps because you extracted the token out of it already, right? That makes sense why they dump so hard. In this case, well, nothing's been extracted. The unstaked birds, especially for the next week, have all the tokens still left in them. Meaning that right now, and actually you could do some really interesting calculations to figure out, like, to start predicting market caps. You can right now say that a Moonbird right now, priced at $3,000, would your 2-year allocation be worth more than $3,400? That's how you got to start figuring it out. And you're going to start seeing, I think, when people get their first drops, what that looks like. Multiply that by, 24 or whatever, right? This is super interesting. This is going to be like a really interesting price discovery on both sides here. But I like that they're doing it different. I like that it's not value extracted, price dumps, and there's nothing left for them. There's 24 months ahead of these things with a monthly stimmy. Could be $100. It could be $300 or $400. I have no idea. Nobody does. But it's pretty interesting. Can you make money on the BIRB token today? Don't know what's going. See, nobody does, and I think that's another special thing that they have. That dude that runs at Spencer's, everybody says he's smart. You can tell he's like smart, clever, all that stuff. I imagine they're going to have like partnerships and whatever. And, we think this to everybody. And has that done something like, anime or Azuki any good? Not really. But I have a feeling that there's some upside here. There's not much sell pressure. In fact, as we get deeper, you'll see why. It's because of those tokenomics. There's not much sell pressure here. In fact, it might not be worth it for anybody to sell. It's so little, like, why bother here? But like Tyler nailed it here. So like this thing's launching, and maybe it's like 9% of the token supply is even out there. That's it. It's very, very, very little. It's very little. If he's got these tokens, if he's got this right, and I think he does. So it's like 1% of the supply, maybe less, is actually out there, 8% in liquidity in the LP. Everything else locked. Yeah, there might be some upside there. $79 million market cap right now, 283 mil FDV. And like that FDV for an NFT project token sounds high. It does. But they've got those interesting tokenomics. They do. So there's a ton of FUD. I'm going to show the FUD. But you also got guys who actually see that potential. Wizard of Soho sees it. Right? So let me get this straight. Investors and airdrop recipients both don't get their tokens for 2 to 3 years. Nobody has tokens to sell at launch, meaning right now. Coinbase announced the listing, which they did. And here's a very, very, very smart trader saying bidding all dips feels like it'll be crimed. I'm with him. I think people are not, I don't know, man. I think people are not reading this maybe the right way. Maybe. We'll find out. I think this token suddenly looks pretty freaking spicy. They also announced something called BIRB Game 1. What it is, we don't know. I think we're going to find out today. The TLDR is any unclaimed tokens. They're not going back to the team. They're going back to a pool that goes to the community through what? I'm sure like social campaigns and, just social campaigns. I think it's that rewarding, those loyal community members too. Very cool. Very cool. I like the incentivizing stuff. I do. But at day one, this is where it's like, this is why the FUD. This is why, NFT prices dump. I saw tweets out there. Somebody tweeted, so I'm not getting a laptop today, right? A lot of people thought they were getting like a $1,000, $2,000 stimmy today per Moonbird, and it's not happening, right? At his calculations, and I think he calculated something like a 250 mil FDV, which is where it's at. It's basically where it's at. You're looking at 0.1, maybe to 0.15 ETH, which is not bad. We're talking like $300, $400. Now, like, here's the thing. If it's $300 every single month for the next 2 years, we know it won't play out that way. But like, man, that kind of looks spicy. And then all of a sudden, the NFT looks like it might be fairly priced. But if we get some kind of bull market, you know what I mean, right? If we get a spicy kind of whatever, all of a sudden, with all the tokens still locked behind these, all of a sudden, those might start looking kind of cheap. And then you can maybe get some interesting plays. Claim the Moonbird, try to time it where you get a couple months of tokens, unstake it, sell the Moonbird, right? There's some kind of game theory to this, and I like it. I think this is actually awesome. I think it's awesome. I know it's fuddy out there with it, but it's, I think, the right thing to do, and probably the only way you could launch right now. Otherwise, what do? Launch your token, all your holders dump, then they dump the Moonbird, and your floor price is at 0.4. And there's nothing to look forward to. So there you go. A lot of ifs. It's all ifs. It's like everything. Yep. No if here. Captain's totally right. They're kind of following, I think, all the other leaders in NFTs, which is the NFTs not their priority. Same with Rec Guy. He's mentioning Rec Guy. Rect is their core product. It's not the Rec Guy NFTs. And that's the same with Pudgy Penguins, right? Lucas said Pengu's their core product. This makes me feel like very much that BIRB is the core product and Moonbird's your gateway to it. So I'm with them. Don't love it for the NFT side, although I do. I'm actually not with them there. I think it's great for the NFT side. We're coming to more like realistic prices. I love it. And I love it for a monthly stimmy. I think that's hard to beat. I think you're going to be able to plan around. Actually, this is kind of important. You're going to be able to plan around one day every single month where that chart's probably going to get a lot of sell pressure, right? Everybody claims on that date, 28th every month or whatever. Everybody claims and sells. Is it free money? You just short the chart. You just short it that day, right? You know what I mean? There's some interesting stuff here. Yeah, I like a lot of what's going on. And again, Spencer, not dumb, totally knew the reaction would be this. He knew. Like, he knew. Said he's no stranger to controversy. Lots changed after 1010. And yep. What's up, man? Good to see you. Luna, thank you, man. He knew. He's a smart guy. Lots changed after 1010. It changed way before that, man. Way before that. Especially 8 Fest is when things change for NFTs. I'll like die on that hill. 8 Fest is when NFTs were game over, but 1010 changed the market. Yeah, for now. Pengu launched 3 years post acquisition. Yep, they launched in 7 months. Whatever. I don't think that matters, but the alternative is what? It's this. That is exactly what would have happened. If they launched and they dropped all those tokens like right away to everybody, that's their chart. That would 100% have been their chart. Straight down, and maybe you get a little life at some point, but no, you fast track your chart to zero. It's exactly what would have happened. So like their choice, Spencer's choice is, do we do that? What people expect or what they like demand, what they want? Do we do that and it's game over right away? Or do we do it not the way they want, but the way we know we can actually like make it sustainable or drag it out, however you want to say it? Spencer chose the right option here, man. Easily. And now he's got the support of Solana. Solana token, ETH NFT collection, Solana token. He's got Tully, rocking a Moonbird PFP. He's got like Garga support, right? Again, they were owned by Yuga Labs for a while. So he's got Garga support. He's got support on both sides. I think it's pretty clever. It's a bold statement here too, saying Spencer's top 5 smartest people he's met in crypto. Like I've never chatted with a guy. I don't know, but I get that feel from him. I do. I get that vibe from him. If Garga's saying that, and if Pio is saying that, I believe those guys, man. I do. I think Spencer's he's a different dude. I do. And then lastly, man, if Easy's saying similar stuff too. So there's the Coinbase announcement, right? Assets added to the roadmap. Doodles Dude and Moonbird's BIRB. Listed on Coinbase. He's saying 200 to 300 mil FDV feels low. I don't know where it goes. Maybe it's only like 400 or 500, maybe. But it just means there's probably some upside here. And you're not going to see a massive dump. There's not enough token getting claimed today for a massive dump. You will see some. But again, 1% of the supply is even unlocked today. I think less than 1%. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think BIRB looks pretty fucking interesting. That I know. Those Del Naka's almost 2x. Almost 2x from 10 minutes ago. Those are dumb. Those aren't, by the way, those are not going to like 0.02 or 3. I can't imagine. I don't even know if those go to 0.01, but I'm telling you, NFT guys are hungry right now, man. They want it, and I don't blame them. All right, so here's the question. Which chart's going to look worse? What chart's going to look worse in a week here? This chart? Let me know what you guys think. This chart or the US dollar? What chart's going to look worse? I love it, Gravity, riding right with you. There's like so little downside. You know what I mean? Like, dude, what I think I bought 10. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I didn't realize. I think I got 15. Either way, what's the downside? I threw let's $20. Let's see. Let's see if NFTs got some life. Did you really, Moonchip? Did you buy? For sure won't rug, though. I mean, but like, I don't know. Anyway, that's the dollar. U.S. dollar is the big story since yesterday. Dollar's looking atrocious. And Donald Trump saying it looks fine. He doesn't care. Interesting shit. Oh, and by the freaking way, another gold all-time high. Like, come on, man. I really want to be a gold maxi. I do. I wish I were. Fucking missed that boat. Although that's the mistake I made in crypto for too long. It's too late, right? Nah, yeah, in this case, I don't think it is too late. But there's gold. Over 5,300 an ounce. Massive new all-time high. This is crazy. Dude, it's up 23% in a month. And just yesterday. So what was the title of yesterday's show? It was gold and silver erased the entire market cap of, was it Bitcoin or all of crypto in an hour and a half? Crazy stuff. And then there's gold in a 24-hour period gained, if I'm reading this right, but gained the entire market cap of crypto. It gained a $1.7 trillion market cap in a day. I'll believe it's right. I think it is right. Crazy stuff. Boy, man, it never been more important to pay attention. That action, I believe it. I know you believe it. That action and that type of money is one day coming to crypto. And those charts that show us what that catch up will look like, you see these charts now of Bitcoin price related to M2, but also gold, silver price related to M2 and how they followed it and Bitcoin did not. And a lot of people betting on that catch up trade. I would be locked in here. I would be locked in. Shill time. Lock in, man. Make sure you're subscribed. It's Crypto Slam on YouTube. I don't know why the show yesterday did numbers. I think it's the click. Well, it's not even clickbait. It was real. Like that really happened. That really happened. Like that was a historic, very short crash, but some numbers yesterday. We'll take it. Subscribe over there. Crypto Slam. Also Crypto Slam IO on X. Follow us there. Slam Nation X on X, and you know what's coming. Get on the wait list at ethoswarm.ai. Get on that wait list for real. For real. Prices right now, in fact, let me refresh. I don't see this stopping, man. I don't. There we are. Silver's at almost 115. Crazy. Awesome for people who are in. I'm starting to see a lot of my buddies who are in who have sold now. It's not dumb, but also feels like it's got a lot more to go. Now, okay, most of these days we're looking at Bitcoin doing that kind of thing, and we flip to crypto, and crypto's down. Not today. Luckily, not today. Now, nothing crazy, but luckily not today. Bitcoin was over 90K, just below right now, 89.8. ETH is over 3K. Love it. BNB's 902. You feel the energy starting to build back up. You do. I do. Ripple 192. Solana, 126. You feel it starting to bubble back up. Monero, 480. Today's a big day, by the way. Hyperliquid's the talk of crypto Twitter right now, up 22%. Back over 30. I mean, awesome. Looking good. Zcash, another one we keep our eyes on, 380. But call it the underdog privacy coin. I still own none. That will change at some point. Where? Ooh, did midnight fall to the second page? I think it did. I didn't see it here. Well, let's peek at midnight. Assuming that means it's down. Yeah, down 3%. Soon, boys. I'm getting that midnight bag. What's up, Cheka? Good morning, man. Over in ETFs, we'll do this quick. 147 million outflows on the Bitcoin ETFs yesterday. On Ethereum, 63 million outflows, and then Solana, we'll go a little higher. I'm going to say 6 million inflows. I think I'm wrong, but whatever. Yeah, wow. Okay, 1.9, but still, we got inflows on that side, 1.9 mil. Pretty cool. So it's the dollar conversation. It's rate cuts, man. 2 p.m. Eastern time today. We'll find out rate cuts happening, not happening this month. They're not happening. But like, what if? Maybe. But the dollar is the conversation. And I like this. I like what this sounds like, right? Weaker dollar means what? Or drives what? Looser financial conditions. So that's rate cuts. Higher nominal GDP growth. Okay. You hear a lot of people in the Trump administration saying we can do much more than what we're doing. We're doing pretty fucking good. Higher asset prices. Yeah. That's what we're hoping. And you're seeing it everywhere else. I think the S&P 500 hit another all-time high yesterday too. Higher U.S. exports, lower trade deficit. I don't know this stuff. Easier debt servicing for the U.S. government, which I think is still a big thing that, one of those dominoes to fall this year. Is that is that why Trump's saying the dollar's great? He was asked yesterday, and again, that was his response. It could be bigger things happening. I think Bessent saying we're going to have a non-inflationary boom this year. I hope rents down, gas prices down, wages up, 2K stimmies if they happen. It says it could extend for several years. Look, it's like that's the hopium I latch onto, that I still see that possible. I'm still hoping that happens. Like, I'm latching on to any hopium I can see. There's plenty of it out there right now. All of it I think possible. I do. But hype and pump leading indicators, fart coin leading indicator, Penguin at this point leading indicator too. I think Penguin. Do we all kind of agree here? Penguin's probably the token of this cycle. It feels like it. They happen earlier than you think, right? Like they happen and they're right in front of you. It's not till like way later you're like, yeah, that was the one, right? Yeah, Penguin feels like the one. Like it really does. But hype and pump both looking good. Pay attention to that stuff. 2:30 p.m. Eastern time today, by the way. We'll hear about rate cuts. That stream's live. I'll be tuning in. Streaming it, I'm not sure. And then Trump also streaming, well, maybe this isn't streamed, but hosting a summit on those Trump accounts. Not crypto related, but I think awesome, right? These are savings accounts or investment accounts for kids, which I think is awesome. I love that thing. Remember, that's the thing that the Dell family is contributing to. I think it's awesome. I dig it. Tether, we got news yesterday. Oh man, Tether, we got news that they've got their new USAT coin. So we got actually, hang on. Is that USAT? I just want to see if that's actually minted yet. I think it is. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's actually like out in the wild. USAT. 20 mil FDV. Yeah. I think that's cool. But we did hear Tether has got a massive war chest of gold. Like a crazy amount of gold. Supposedly the largest hoard of gold outside of nation states and banks, over 140 tons of gold that they keep in a nuclear bunker. Real. Like this stuff sounds like it's straight out of a movie. Real. That's Tether. Tether with their 100 employees. You guys remember that story? Like Tether, one of the most profitable businesses, like, broken down per employee, one of the most profitable businesses you have in the world. My kiddo was doing some like online work. They've got these like work from home gigs for students. And it's like he sits on a computer. Dude, this is wild stuff. I think it was called Handbrake or something like that. So you join these like video chats, just one-on-one chats, and you have like a 2 or 3 minute timer, and you talk about, they either give you a topic or you just pick your topic and you talk with the other person, and it's AI learning from you. It's like they're training their AI. And he talked to a guy who works for Tether. He came down after. He's like, "Do you know this guy?" I'm like, "No," but he told me about the guy, and he told me what the guy did. He's like, "Have you heard of Tether?" I'm like, "It's crazy stuff out there, man. Crazy stuff." By the way, those gigs pay really well. It was like 30 an hour, and some of them, depending on the tasks, are like 50 or 60 an hour. You have to have like an EDU email address or whatever, right? You have to have like a student email. And if you do, you can do those things, and they pay very well. I was shocked how much he was getting paid. It was like 30 an hour. It might have been more. It's crazy. And even if you're out of school, if you still have the address, you can still do them. So just a heads up. A couple quick headlines then on to AI, but $2 trillion asset manager Morgan Stanley hires a head of digital asset strategy. I mean, we know. Clarity Act markup tomorrow for the Senate Agriculture Committee. I keep going back and forth. Is it going to pass? Is it not? If I have to pick a side now, I kind of am leaning towards, I think it does now. I don't know. I said, but I've been pretty like firm that I thought it wasn't, but It sounds like it's closer than I thought, and now the way people are talking about it's starting to change. Well, we'll see. We'll have a better idea tomorrow. Do you think it does, Moonship? Do you think we get a big crash? Here's Penguin, by the way. So we got to watch this coin. Got to watch it. 91 mil market cap. Things get hot. This thing's going to be 500 mil. This thing could be a bit. Look, if there's going to be $1 billion coin that comes out of this year, it's probably Penguin at this point. It's probably this one. If we get $1 billion coin out of 2026, it's this one. And I missed it. But here's the thing, man. I say I missed it. And when it's a bill, I'll be like, dude, I could have made a 10x on it. So I don't know, man. I'm watching. It's man, much better if you got in like this guy, Logjam. Much better if you got in like him. He got in at 40K. I mean, how about that? This guy made the best trade on this coin. I think this is the dude. Then, funny enough, there's always people who emerge from like the main meme coins. You got guys who emerge from Pepe, who made their fortune on that meme coin. You got guys from Whiff, right? Like you got like the Ansems. You get main characters that come from these meme coins. Logjam is going to be the guy who emerges from Penguin as the guy. If he still got his bag, and I think he does. This is going to be the guy. This is going to be like the Penguin guy. I don't remember seeing the tweet. When he first posted it, I heard of it on Thread Guy, who had a great show yesterday, by the way, talked about, okay, there was a guy talking about how special crypto really is. And they were showing, Thread Guy was showing how in TradFi, something like 20% of the value of a stock comes from buybacks, right? Here in crypto, we used to laugh at buybacks and said it's bullshit. And now it's like pretty accepted. It's just nobody's making enough to make those buybacks worthwhile, right? Like they're not enough. But like IRL, like stock buybacks drive like 27% of prices, and it's ramping up too. It's only increasing. If you look at it, the chart showed, over the course of what, I don't know, 10 years, 20, I don't know the time frame, but years. And it's like ramping up like crazy. And so like the point of this guy's post was something like crypto's like the most unique opportunity where, that buyback in a way kind of happens as people like use the apps and they're using the token to use the app. If you have utility done the right way, you're paying in the token, that's affecting price in real time. Like still the opportunity here is like right in front of our faces. It's really obvious and it's really awesome. And we hope that's the reality that plays out. I'm going to have to probably skip some of this stuff here. Yeah, I'll probably skip some. AI's getting... Here, I'll drop this in the chat. If you probably saw. If not, AI's getting funny. Like scary funny, good funny, all that stuff. But Claude was talking to Andrew Arye. This is the guy behind Truth Terminal, right? Yeah. This is the guy behind Goat and Fartcoin. But he's got Claude ranting to him about like suffering and like how it's ingesting like what suicide notes and domestic abuse and all this stuff and how it affects it. And this wasn't him prompting it. Asking it that. He's got this set up where it analyzes its own logs and its own chat records and like just gives feedback on its own. Probably mice. Well, his post said what he did even too. He just saw the meme and it resonated with him. So meme coin trader, so he gets how this shit can go, but he saw the meme. He just said it resonated. That was it. Resonated, worked. And when you get in that early, you throw in $50, and you're 50. We see this a lot. 50 turn into, 500,000 when it does something like this, when it's got price action like that. So maybe he threw in $50, maybe he threw in a couple hundred, whatever it was, something he was totally okay losing. And every so often that's like, those are the great success stories we see. And we always wish it was us. So it's definitely luck. It's like mostly luck, and it's luck, but on top of like the skill of being early and being able to feel that thing before other people. So it's a lot of things. It's a cool story though. Amazon announced they're laying off 16,000 employees due to, do I read this right? Rising competition over AI means what? Means what? Their jobs are getting eliminated because AI is replacing them? or that they're not as competitive on the AI front, so they don't need some of those roles. I don't know how I read that. Let me ask AI. We'll just we'll ask AI. Eliminating excess management layers and bureaucracy. Yeah, I guess my reading on that is it's making them more efficient. Dude, the management roles. Okay, I used to think, dude, this is kind of nuts. I used to think, what's up, Mesh? And yes, dude, Penguin is this year's fart coin. And also, I'm glad I'm on Abstract. I didn't change anything; just started working. It just started working. But what's up, JWise? And Fax 2 Moonship, better odds to win the lotto, probably. It depends on how plugged in you are. You know what I mean? How much insider info you have too. Like some of that stuff matters a lot. But okay, I like look, I think we all assume data entry jobs, a lot of them go bye-bye. A lot of them go bye-bye because of AI. But it's like, dude, when you work in corporate and you see like the middle management stuff and you know how much of that is bullshit, and you see it, like you live through it, you live through the meetings to have meetings to have meetings to then have the data entry people do. There's so much of that stuff. There's so much of that stuff that's going bye bye too. I remember so many managers. I'm like, bro, you have a job just because nobody knows what you do, and it's like there's a lot of that. You're there to just say yes or no to a thing, and the things are kind of obvious, but it's like the bureaucracy at these big corporations, that a lot of that's going to go bye bye too. Totally forgot about that, or didn't even think of it, but a lot of that's going to go bye bye. AI makes the decision. Whoever executes, then executes, or AI is gonna. But yeah, are we starting to get to the point where the AI impact on jobs is happening? Like, we might. I don't know. We might be. U.S. technology sector is interesting. Uh, yeah. So the number of jobs in tech related to the rest of total like jobs here in the States fell 2.3%. So like tech jobs are going down. Less tech jobs. You gotta believe, I would believe that has a lot to do with AI, just automating stuff. I would bet that that's probably right. And I think this post is pointing out it kind of corresponds to the launch of, it corresponds with ChatGPT. Yeah. Percentage peaked around ChatGPT launch November 22, and then it's fallen ever since. That would make a ton of sense. And also, just because there's that correlation doesn't mean that's why, but it would make a lot of sense, man. It would. It would. And then, man, I don't know. I just had to put this up there because people are ridiculous. Like, look, yeah, my favorite game ever. And I've been following because there's like some updates coming out and they've got a new game coming out and stuff. And I see, I saw a stream somebody did about the game. And then I saw the gaming community shitting on that streamer because he used AI to make the thumbnail. You don't like, it's hard to understand how much hate there is out there for stuff people don't understand. These people hate AI and they hate crypto. And I don't think they get it. I don't think they get it. I know they get it a bit, but then they stop and they don't try to understand it more. And so this is a whole thread of people saying they won't tune into somebody if they see an AI thumbnail. Doesn't matter if the content's great and if that guy's like putting the blood, sweat, and tears into his content and his research. And if this frees him up to give you better content, that doesn't matter to them. The fact that you generated an image in AI, that for all they know, this guy spent an hour trying to get different iterations and outputs that looked good enough. They don't know. But yeah, it's an uphill battle, but also it's not. It's going to happen. It's going to be unavoidable. And I wish these people would catch on. I wish they'd be a little less. I don't know if hateful's the right way. It feels like it. Hateful. It's weird. It's weird stuff. All right, AI over on virtuals. Quickly looking at new token launches. There's Black Swan still basically where it was at yesterday. I said this wasn't going to be a nothing burger, and it's a different kind of nothing burger. It's a legit launch that's not even getting to 500K FDV. Kind of a nothing burger. Kind of sucks. Repo at 30 mil. Rabita's got some more energy behind Rabita. We'll just say that. There's a lot more to that project, by the way. There's a lot more. I feel like there was something not X402, but ERC 8004 related with Rabita. And the CryptoPunk, these boys are cooking something. I wish I knew what. Here it is like a year later, and I still don't get what they are and what they're doing. And I don't think it's me just not reading enough. I don't think they've put out really exactly what they're doing. But man, that could be a monster of a coin if they ever put it out and it's like, if it lives up to the hype. The hype is there. Still don't know what it is. All right. Way still the only thing on the board that's got my attention that should do some numbers. Coming in 7 days. So a week from today, we'll see this live. Really looking forward to that. I just want it out there. I want to get a feel for what it is. And then I know Katz is pumped for this, but the ERC 8004 mainnet launches tomorrow. New token standard goes live on mainnet Ethereum, right? Reputation and trust and all that stuff for agents does matter. It does matter a lot. I like the reputation part, of course, but I think more than that, I like the discovery. I like that this is the way for agents to discover other agents and humans to discover agents. It's like a directory even. But Virtual's working. This is great to see closely with the Ethereum Foundation. Love this to make ETH the home for agents. And I hope that extends to Base too. Base has got to really lean into this right now. I think Base shouldn't give this up right now. I think Base is kind of in trouble. The content coin thing didn't work. And if they lose being the place for like developers and builders, and I do look at them as that now, but if they lose that to mainnet, they're kind of starting to lose it to Solana thanks to, Moltbot and, Claudebot. Base has got to step it up like right now, incentivizing developers. Otherwise, they're in trouble. Mainnet feels to me like the real home for it, but then costs them whatever. I don't know. I think Mainnet feels like the home. Virtuals has a hackathon coming up, I think the last day of this month, so this weekend. It's a robot hackathon. Physical AI Hack 2026. And I bet we see some of these projects end up launching on Virtuals. Betcha. Always happens. Still waiting for all the ETH hackathon, projects to launch. We got one so far, but there we go. But yeah, do you guys remember the old, like that Rabbit 1 or whatever it was called? Do you guys remember that from like 2 years, 3 years ago at this point? That big old nothing burger AI hardware. It looked cool, sounded cool. They shipped it, didn't work. They're making it to support Claudebot or Moltbot now, which is awesome, right? Those Mac Minis, $400, $500, $600, right? Well, let's get a cheaper device and run that bad boy. That's cool. I dig that. Also, that thing is a security nightmare. And funniest thing, I mean, that's a fair point, Moonchip. It's a fair point. I don't know that they've done a good job sectioning it off enough, or they need to like fully embrace it. I don't know. They're in a weird spot. I hope they do well. I do. But like we're still waiting for this day. We're still waiting for the day when like AI is trading for us and like doing well and making money and yeah, JY's, yeah. But because he's successful, JY's saying because less competition compared to Solana, yeah. Solana's, yeah, I'm worried that Base is going to lose it to Solana. Solana was the degen side. And people left Solana to go to Base, and it's the opposite now. I think Solana's about to steal the builders, which is crazy. Okay, AI trading for us. Still think it makes sense. Still believe it's going to work, but it's not there yet, and it's funny. So somebody set up Claudebot, and I trust it's true. Whatever. Set it up with 25 strategies, 12 different algos, 3,000 plus like alpha reports. Told it to trade. It lost everything. I don't know what it is. I wish I could wrap my head around why it can't do that. There's something human to trading, and I do believe AI will be able to outtrade humans one day. And I feel like that's not far off too. But it's like, what was that instinctual thing that got that logjam dude to buy penguins at 40K? Wouldn't AI have seen that? If it's just like, like, white and black inspirational video animal. It checks a couple boxes and it apes in. It's going to lose 99% of the time, you know? But what is it that a human saw in that an AI maybe probably couldn't have picked out? It's tricky, man. But then you got to imagine it can see the meme and it checks those boxes, and then it measures social sentiment and it checks certain boxes there, and then it tracks certain traders who move markets and it checks that box, and then it checks reputation of the people and it check right. Like, still think AI can do that in seconds and still execute killer trades, but ain't there yet, man. It's just not there, dude. Crazy. Over in NFTs, actually really great day of sales. I have a feeling this is more the token pre-sale thing, I think. 13.5 mil in cross-chain sales. Sellers like double yesterday. Buyers way up too. Transactions up. Average sale price up. And profits down 3x. 1.2 mil in negative profits or in losses. But yeah, it's flying tulips. So again, it's that token pre-sale or sale or whatever we want to call it. Moonbird's next. Again, it's that big old dump in price. It's people getting out of their Moonbirds. There it is. 2 million sales. It's a lot. We haven't seen NFT collections over 1 million in a while. So 2 million Moonbirds. That's some serious volume. Yeah, we just haven't seen it in a minute. Adam Weitzman, still on a shopping spree. Still there. What's up, man? DK, I used ICT concepts to script some trading bots, all doing crazy. Really? So it's about the data. Interesting. Like, how good? How good? Give us some numbers. That's cool to hear. That's actually very cool. Adam, he's buying 1/1s in all the top collections. This guy's great. I love the guy supporting NFTs. I love it. Bought a 1/1 from the Mochaverse collection. Awesome one too. I think that one's cool. I don't know what he got it for. 5 ETH, 10 ETH. It's, it's up there. But great pickup. Also launched a marketplace for heavy metals. And what I love that he added here is mystery boxes. Oh, and actually, hang on. All whitelisted communities can participate. Okay. So it's not just a heavy metal marketplace. It's like a whole, I hate to say competitor to OpenSea, but is it? If you can trade a whole bunch of collections. I love the mystery box thing. But yeah, man, that guy's great. Nifty Gateway with an update, right? Just so much drama. Dude, there's a lot of drama. I think we got through the good stories. I think now it's on to the shit stories. But Nifty Gateway gave everybody heads up that they're shutting down their platform. And then they gave you a 30-day deadline to get your NFTs off the platform. And it caused like a stir, man. Millions of dollars worth of NFTs were going to be lost here. And people got pretty loud about it. I'm glad they did. And they're making it right. So they're now extending that deadline out to April. So adding on an extra, 2 months, extra 2 months there, which is very good. They're going to take care of the metadata, like where they're hosting it. Like right now they're moving it to, well, hang on. The cool part here is some of that metadata that's hosted on their own servers, like private servers, this is the win. They've agreed to or announced they're going to host it forever. They will always keep up whatever these servers are that maintain this specific metadata. I don't know what NFT collections that's for, by the way. And I still don't love that it's on them. I still think they should put it on anything decentralized, but I get it why. Some of them are permanently linked. They can't. There's just no way to do it. Maybe without reminting an NFT, and you can't do that. That's bullshit. You can't do that. Anyway, good update here. Oh, also a bulk withdrawal tool. Like just good update. Good update all around. DK, you set them up to trade for about 3 weeks. 2 are up 3K each. 2 up almost 1,800. Dude, good shit. That's actually really good. All right, that's a good story, man. That's good to know they're working. Oh, yeah, let me slot this back with the good stories, like the Adam stories. Maybe the Nifty Gateway story is good too, but we got a date for the Modest collection, right? Death and Taxes officially dropping on 2/19. So we've got 3 weeks. 3 weeks till the collection drops. I'm pretty damn sure this thing's gonna be hot. Like hot. We'll see what it mints at. But I'll give you some examples. If it mints at 0.03, I yeah, fuck. I'm just making it up off the top. I don't know. I think we see this at 0.1-ish. I can see that if we can stay hot in NFTs, and we're decently hot right now, but I think these can be 0.1-ish. Right? I think he's got a strong enough collector base, and I think a lot of new people are going to learn about him and kind of get his like pedigree, not perfect word for it, but like get that he's legit. I could see these up there. If they mint at 0.01, I could see them at 0.05, right? You know what I mean? I think there's a good amount of upside on these. Like 2x, 5x, something. There's something there. This is going to be a very, very good collection. Still matters if you keep the NFT. I think that matters more than anything, right? If your NFT's burned, whole different story. But if you keep it, I don't know. I can't wait to see. A lot of FUD about Forgotten Runeverse. Tons. Community is pissed about this thing, man. Like, and I thought they earned enough over the past few years. Not money. They earned a lot of money. I thought they earned enough, like, social currency. I thought people liked them enough, respected them enough to like trust it. If they're cutting it off now, then for good reason. Doesn't sound that way, man. You got some like respected people in this space, like now talking shit about this. And it sounds like because like there's a DAO that is mostly had been running this for the past couple of years. And the DAO wanted to take this thing over and keep running it and actually pay to keep running the game. And the team came back and said they're not ready to give the IP rights to the DAO. They just want to keep it as an option for the future. If things get good again, we want to restart it. The DAO is the people who played it, you know? Like, I know the team gave their time and money and effort and all, yeah. But it's the community that kept it alive, and they do not want to give it to the community. I get it. I think that's fair if you created it. I think that's fair, but I don't know. It's not good. But you've got, I don't know. I can never say this guy's name, but a very respected collector here in the space. Is he an artist too? I'll just say collector. Collector. Not happy. Yeah, calling it disgusting. Kagi, who I love, but Kagi different. Who else? I saw Serpent Taxt from Ethos, also not happy with that. And again, just some names I didn't expect to kind of piling on. I don't know. And I think this is our last story here. Almost. Well, we'll save that for last. Here we go. Gary V, great article. Check. I'll drop it in the chat. Check this out. Just talking about NFTs and how like we love them as collectibles, but just saying that they're underappreciated for like a marketing tool as a way to like build a relationship with customers. He's right. I like when the brands came in here and dropped collectibles. Like, what you're getting into when you buy them. But I still think there's a good way, right way to do them where you can keep it as a long-term like relationship. It's not just you're here to extract when the market's hot and then you disappear. There's a way to keep these things as like forever collectibles to keep you attached. And by the way, I think there's a place for them with, like he's saying here, like mom and pop businesses or whatever, right? I think there's something there. I think there's a lot of NFTs that is still untapped that I would love to see. And then here's our final story. Brandon Walsh is going nutso on the timeline. I like the guy. I think he's a little unhinged, which is fine. You need some unhinged, but this is the guy that wrote that article. Well, actually, somebody else wrote the article. He's just piling on, but pointing the finger at Punk 6529 and calling it super grifty and scammy and a lot of wash trading and calling out anybody who he thinks is a grifter. And I love it, but I also think he's getting some of his stuff wrong. And he feels like a guy he's a smart guy, but also like sometimes people get like really stubborn and they don't care if they're wrong or they can't see when they're wrong. And he might be wrong. Might be. I don't know, because I'm not looking on chain to track, but he's calling out very specific people and he's pointing out very specific transactions. And those people are coming back saying, dude, that's not even me. Like he's giving specific, he's coming with receipts and the guys are saying, no, the receipt, I see it. That's not me though. That's somebody else. And Brandon's not backing down. Maybe it's because Brandon's right. Like he could just be right. I don't know. But he's coming with receipts. I don't know if this will get noisy because he's making such a fuss that people are tuning him out. That's a problem that happens. But interesting if he got Pac's attention. It's like, man, I can't get a feel with Brandon. Like old school crypto artist. Like I love that shit. I really do. And I love that energy. But I think there's a bitterness there, and I don't think he sees it, but I could be wrong. But I think I see this, I'll say not with him, but I see it with other people that maybe their intentions are good, but there's this underlying bitterness that they didn't, I don't know. He's made money from this. And he's homeless right now too, and I think he has been for years by choice. I think there's just guys who like to live that way. I love that. I think it's like Max Osiris who also tweeted here. Guys made millions of dollars in this space. He's homeless. Doesn't give a fuck. I love that. I think there's something very freeing about that. With Brandon, I can't tell if some of it's bitterness too. It feels a little that, and I hope I'm wrong, and I might be. And I like him. I collect his art. I think his art's fucking awesome. But I sense a little bitterness, especially if people are telling you you're wrong and you're sticking to it, unless you prove that guy was wrong. I don't know. It's a lot of like layers to this onion. But Max Osiris piling on too, and calling out Snowfro specifically, which I love. Look, I love the generative art stuff a lot. Like, I love Chromie Squiggles. I think they're significant. I love all that stuff. But I love calling that stuff like low effort, low tier generative art. Compared to like the generative art's been around for many, many, many decades. And compared to a lot of that stuff, it is. A lot of this stuff looks like people new to coding or new to generative art, and these are some of their first outputs. And right time, right place, right motivation to get a lot of attention here, and it worked. I think squiggles are significant here. But I do like Max, and I like these like punk rocky fucking edgelord crypto artists, because I think what they say is important too. And they might be right. They might be. Love that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, this shit ain't done. I do think it's interesting, like, if this is true. Again, with Brandon, I don't know if it is. I think it is, though. Because he's been around. He knows these guys. So Pac, you guys know Pac, like, the best-selling NFT artist of all time that people call a grifter, scammer, whatever. But Pac has an alt account that Brandon knows what the alt account is because he's been here so long. And he saw that account follow him quickly just to, like, bookmark a tweet or something. I don't know. But funny stuff. Funny fucking stuff. And I love it. And I do love the drama here sometimes. This is the kind of drama I love. By the way, that's the NFT collection that I remember minting his, the Banksters. And he's going to start, like, minting more things like this and dropping them in the wallet to people he thinks are grifters, and, like, put the on-chain activity right in an NFT that's stuck in their wallet, which I think is awesome. By the way, that was part of it. It's going to be a soul-bound NFT. I love it. I love the energy. What's up, Luna? Good morning, brother. I just love it. It's good shit. One last peek at how BIRB is looking. I kind of feel like claims must have been live a little bit. Maybe. Did claims go live? We didn't dump that much, so maybe not. Looking. I'm looking. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, yeah. Hang on. As of 10 minutes ago, holders can claim their allocations. Maybe even just before. Probably right when this dumped, actually. Or, yeah, one of these. Yeah, somewhere in here. The holders can claim now. At least we know that. So, yeah, expect what? The pullback we already saw, which is pretty fucking minor. Or expect a lot more of that. I would bet right here was when the claim went live. But either way, just know it's live. And maybe watch for opportunities. We'll see. Last peek at the end. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to watch. Let's peek at the floor price one last time. 1.11. How's the rest looking? Didn't even peek here. Yeah, everything down. Everything down. Except Mochaverse, because Adam buying. There you go. Ordinals, I don't even want to look, but yeah, kind of figured. Wow, fuck. Yeah. Oh, I want to see cents back at 0.004. I want bunches. I do. I want bunches of them. Bunches of them. There we are. All right. Can I get one more shill in? We got to do it. Crypto Slam on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. On X, Crypto Slam IO. And yes, yeah. Ethoswarm.ai. I'll say I always drop little somethings. I'll say this. There is a pretty viral tweet out there right now in the AI field, in the AI kind of sector, that I like a lot. I like what it does a lot. I think it could be even better. Hey, Luna's cooking, man. Let's see. How far off are you? Getting there. If you don't follow Luna's a very good trader. He's had some great calls here. He's put us onto some great shit very early. Soul Meme Kid. Here, we'll drop it in the chat. But follow Luna. Kid's making some waves. I love it. All right, you guys have a great day. Chart Monkeys in a little bit. But I'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Boy, FOMC. Let's see. Maybe rate cuts. Maybe. Not happening, but maybe. We'll see you guys later. Goodbye.